Good TTC, you know what it is. D1 Chosen, Fin Squad, Enforcer here. And I just want to talk about the Dolphins 2015 offense for a little bit. It was something I wanted to touch on before the whole coaching hire of Adam Gates. It was going to be a little three-part series. One video will be about the offense, defense, and special teams of 2015 and how they performed, which we all know were bad. I want to start with the offense. Dolphin fans, I hope y'all realize that when y'all drafted Tannehill in 2012, an ex-wide receiver, a number one receiver for Texas A&M for 2 years, not taking any quarterback snaps or anything like that, but taking taking wide receiver, running wide receiver routes. I hope you knew that this was going to be a longer developmental process for a QB than most coming out that draft year, or even the draft year before him or the draft year after him. Because he has to make up those missed practice reps. And I feel as though the coaching staffs in Tannehill's career has set him up for failure or have stunted his development. For example, we brought over Mike Sherman. He was the Tannehill's head coach at Texas A&M. We brought him over. That helped with his development a little bit, but the scheme was outdated. And defenses could key on what we were going to do. We had, before the snap, Tannehill will yell, go or go. Go meant run, go meant pass, I believe. Or go meant run, go meant pass, and go meant to run. Either or. And defense and fans from even the stands or me watching TV, watching my team play, I'll hear go, and I'll be like, damn, we about to pass it. I hear go, that means, damn, we about to run. Like, he had to deal with that for 2 years. And then, after firing Mike Sherman, hiring Bill Lazor to run Chip Kelly's philosophy, which is the QB can't audible. There's 2 plays within a base play. One is a passing play, one's a run play, and you check out an either or. All the quarterback can do is set the protection. He can't out route. And I always use this as an example. Imagine playing Madden 2016 and not being able to hot route or audible out of your play. Like, you're pigeonholed in the offense. The defense has the advantage. You're at the whim of the defense. That's how I feel. So I believe Tannehill's development has stunted because of these coaching hires. Even though he still has developed as a quarterback every year. Nobody's going to say anything about Tannehill's deep ball this year. Nobody can say anything about Tannehill's deep ball this year because he was laying it out. We get to this O-line. Jesus Christ. Tannehill's been sacked 184 times. He's been QB hit almost 400 times in the 4 seasons he's been in the NFL. This year he was sacked, 45 times. 2014, he was sacked 46 times. During the Bullygate year of 2013, he was sacked 58 times. In his rookie year, he was sacked 35 times. And the last 2 years, we have fought for a playoff spot. We've owned the wild card spot going into week 17 the last 2 years. Okay? And this O-line needs to get better. We have invested first, second, and third round picks in the past 4 years. We need to get better or change this O-line scheme. I really do not like the zone blocking scheme for this O-line. I really don't like it. We don't have the players for it, or we just can't run it successful at all. And I'm tired of it. I'm really tired of it. Like even our run game suffers because of it. And Lamar Miller is first in the league in yards per carry out of running backs with 5.0. Leading the league. So I'm just tired of seeing such a horrible O-line. Tannehill has had the worst O-line core and the most O-line combination since anybody in the league. He's already been sacked the most out of any QB in the league. Most QB hits out of anybody in the QB league. Shit, going into week 17 game against the Patriots, Tannehill was pissing blood from the beating he has gotten this year. Pissing blood and still started. And still played. I commend him. He has not missed a game yet. What else would I like to catch on? the wide receivers, Jarvis made NFL history with 194 receptions in 2 seasons, the most for any NFL player in history. And I mean, has the best catch of the year with the one-handed shit. I mean, that giant Dolphin connection. It's crazy that that ODB has the most yards out of any receiver in NFL history in his first 2 seasons. Jarvis has the most catches out of any NFL receiver in his first 2 seasons. Odell's one-handed catch was the catch of the year, and Jarvis's one-hand catch is the catch of the year of this year. So I mean, they go a connection. What can I say more about Jarvis? He's a beast. The man does everything. He had a little over 1,900 total yards. First in the league was Antonio Brown. Second is Jarvis Landry. He does everything. He has 3 or 4 rushing touchdowns for us. Has 200 rushing yards, almost 700 kick return yards. He does everything for you. Like, he does everything. 1,000 receiving yards, 110 receptions. The man does everything. What more can I say? Rashard Matthews, I'ma hate to see him go. For any other team needing number 1 to potential really good number 2 receiver, Rashard Matthews is your man. He's been with us for 4 years. He was our number 1 receiver going into this year, but he got injured. He would have finished with 1,000 yards. He missed like 6 games. I commend him. Like, I always knew he would be a beast when given a chance. Somehow, some way, him and Philbin had a little beef. So, I mean, he balled out this year. I hate to see him go. Stills, I didn't get to see enough of Stills, but when I saw Stills, it was connecting with the deep ball with Tannehill. Stills was dealing with a hamstring injury. He was in and out all year, basically. Even in the offseason, he barely got to get any chemistry with Tannehill in the offseason because he was injured with that hamstring and calf. Hope I see more out of him next year. We got him for 1 more year. Then his rookie deal is done. Hope to see more from him because this year was a lackluster year. Parker, my choice that I've wanted, that I clamored for when the draft started. I mean, what more? The man started 5 games. Once given a chance, he started 4 games, played 5 games. He finished with 494 receiving yards, 3 touchdowns, 20 first downs, averaged 19.1 yards a catch. So he finished with he had 26 receptions for 496 yards. He started only the last 4 games, played 5, and he already beats it. So I already see the future is bright for this receiving core with Jarvis and Parker and Stills. Great. Cameron Jordan, I thought he would have more of an impact this year, but he couldn't because he had to stay in to block because the O-line was horrible due to injuries. With Pouncey going out and Albert going in and out and Juwan James, with his turf toe missing like double-digit games, it was just a messed up year for the O-line, like it always is every year for the Dolphins O-line the last 4 seasons. So Cameron had to stay in to block. And we all know Jordan Cameron is not known for being a blocker. We all know that. So, I mean, that stunted his numbers, like, severely. Deion Sims, he missed, like, 4 to 6 games due to concussion that he had in the first game of the season against the Redskins. He is possibly my second best blocker on my O-line, and he's our second tight end. He's my second best O-line lineman, to be honest. He really is. I mean, the RBs, Miller, what more can I say about Miller? Miller don't even get a lot of touches. He really don't get a lot of touches. This man could have had 1,000 yards this year. He only had 184 carries, and he's a starting running back, and he only gets 184 or 176 carries. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. This offense this year really didn't perform this year. They underperformed. We all thought Tannehill would have at least 30 touchdowns this year after throwing for 27 last year. I mean, I couldn't even judge our rookie kicker this year because we didn't even get into field goal range at all this year. Like, really at all. After leading the league in red zones appearances last year to almost being dead last this year, it's truly horrendous. It's truly horrendous. Like I said, this old line core needs to go. We need to scrap that, start fresh. Keep Juwan James and fucking Pouncey, and everybody else could go. Dallas Commons needs to go. Billy Turner, we can still work with him. He's still young. Brandon Albert just disappoints me every year. He's just getting a fat contract. I'm just getting tired of him. But he'll be a cap hit. But like I was saying, this offense needs to be unpredictable. Like I said, with the Mike Sherman go and go, which was telling the defense if we run or pass when Tannehill sniped the ball, or us being in the Bill Lazor offense to where we can't audible, but our base play has two plays in it, either a run option or a passing option. You know, and the defense is always having the advantage. I'm tired of that. Hopefully with the hire of Adam Gates, everything would change. From what I've read and heard, he doesn't have a scheme. He just adapts it to his players. And we have a lot of talent out our skill position players on offense. I guess that's it. Congratulations to Adam Gase. He wasn't really on my list as wanting him as a Dolphins head coach, but I love his offensive mind. He's 37, one of the youngest coaches in Dolphins history. He got Tim Tebow to the playoffs when he was with the Broncos as a QB coach. He helped Peyton Manning put up one of the best NFL statistical years for a QB. And Jay Cutler had one of the highest passer rating of his career this year with a 92.8, which is nothing. Tannehill had a 93.6 last year. So he already turned Jay Cutler into a decent QB because I think he's trash. But I'm not excited. I'm not low. I've been through 9 head coaches since 2004, so it's whatever. Until the results on the field happen, I can't judge. But y'all know who it is. It's D1 Chosen. Fin Squad. Enforce it here. It's not a trashing video. I don't even want to hear the bullshit in the comment section. Because I will address you bitches later. 1.